Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope you've got exciting plans for the weekend coming up. It's been a few weeks since my last video message or update. I just wanted to give you a heads up of some of the things that have been happening in school over the last couple of weeks. Our Year Sixes had an amazing week away at Liddington, taking part in things like abseiling and rock climbing, going on the giant swing. The opportunity to go away and spend time with their peers was great. I know our Year Fours got to go away a couple of months ago. It's been great because that was the first time it felt like a normal school again. Even though there were sort of COVID restrictions in place, it was brilliant to see the children sort of mixing and engaging in a wide range of activities that they wouldn't normally get to do. If you are currently in years 3, 4, and 5, obviously you'll have Liddington to look forward to, in the future. Please do go onto our school blog and look at the description of the activities and some amazing photos that were taken as well. Because Year 3 and Year 5 have been unable to go on any trips, we wanted to make sure that they didn't miss out. So the Year 3 and Year 5 teams have organised a special treat day. And I know they're keeping it a bit hush-hush. The children, it is a surprise for them on the day, but details will come out near the event if there's anything specific you as parents need to help organise. In other news, Mrs. Milne, our Year 3 teacher, is also in charge of art across the school. And over these last 3 or 4 weeks of term, every year group is taking part in a whole school art project, all based around the coast and the beach. And they've been learning lots of new art techniques involving using a paint and doing printing, observational drawings. And I know we're going to put together some form of exhibition that we can video or take photos to share with the work that they've been doing. I've been around the school today. We have Year 3 and Year 4 having, I think it's their second art day. And it's just lovely to see all the children in the art overalls getting knee deep in the paint and experimenting with all these different techniques and enjoying a different side of school, which has been really good. As you're aware, we've done our class lists for next year, and I can only apologise if there are children out there who are upset they're not with their best friend or with someone they're really close to. As I explained, earlier on in the year, when we mix these classes up, we do need to make sure we get a good blend of gender and ability levels and friendships, which is why we ask children to put down 4 names on a list, and we try and make sure they're with at least one of them. It's an incredibly complex thing to do, but the teachers spend a lot of time, put a lot of thought and effort into making sure that they are as good as they possibly can be. Other things that are taking place, our Year Sixes are currently in the middle of rehearsing for a school production, and we're going to be putting on small stage events for Year 6 parents, where we'll have a small number in the hall so they can watch their children perform, which will be really good. Other things, we have got a large number of new staff beginning next year. And I will sort of send details with photographs so you can see who they are. But we have a new teacher starting in Year 3 because we have 3 classes from September. And her name is Rebecca Denyer. So it's Miss Denyer, and she will be teaching in Maple class alongside Mrs. Peach and Mrs. Glasspool in September. We also have a number of teaching assistants joining us. We have, I've got to get these names right now, I'm doing it off the top of my head. We have Mrs. Sally Burrows and Mrs. Claire Davey joining the Year 3 teaching assistant team. We have Mrs. Tammy Shuka, who's a current teaching assistant at school, moving down and also working Year 3. We've appointed Mrs. Stacey Mogg to be a teaching assistant up in Year 5. And just yesterday, we've appointed a lady called Helen Hughes, who's going to be a LSA 3, a level 3 teaching assistant, working across the school, helping covering PPA and some leadership and SEN cover, as well as doing some teaching assistant duties in the mornings as well. So we've got quite a few nice. The school is growing. We've got more adults, which is lovely. We're hoping from September to go back to some form of complete normality. Obviously, that's going to be very much dependent upon the roadmap that Boris Johnson talks about in the next couple of weeks. But the rumour mill going round sort of leadership websites, and the news is they're looking at eradicating bubbles. So if that was the case, we will be able to sort of mix then on the playgrounds. and bring back the important thing for us is to be able to get back and do some form of assemblies, in the hall, getting back our singing and our clubs. So I will be asking a lot of the staff if they're interested in leading any clubs from September, so we can get those back up and running as well, which will be just magnificent. Teachers have been very busy doing their end of year reports, which will be getting sent out in the next couple of weeks for you. There will be a covering letter at the top, because normally we have to sort of report on children's attainment in relation to end of year expectations that have been set. Obviously, with the numerous lockdowns that we've had and missed learning, we've been given different guidance from the government and then subsequently from Hampshire County Council, and we've been informed as a school of what children ideally, based on the amount of lost learning, is what they deem would be minimum sufficiency in terms of knowledge gained by the end of this academic year. So teachers have been reporting against those statements, and if they are able to perform those skills sufficiently, then what they say is they're ready to access the curriculum in the next year group. So that'll be a bit more clear when the reports and that come out. I emailed yesterday a link to a Microsoft form, which is asking for you as parents your thoughts and opinions, on different aspects of school life. We try and do that every year to try and gather your views. We've also asked as well if there are any areas of school improvement or development that you'd like the leadership team and governors to think about next year. Please do put that on, on the report. We will listen to those, and take those on board. So I'm coughing. It's not COVID. Okay, I've lost my train of thought now. I'm sure there's lots of other things that I was meant to say to you for now, and I haven't. We have subscribed to Doodle, which is our online learning platform, which is individualised to children's needs in English and maths. We will be continuing with that and putting more profile on it for our homework for next year. But I'm starting now to become a big believer in, we want children to experience wider life of things outside of school. Brownies, cubs, musical lessons, lots of school-based clubs. So I know a lot of schools do, a lot of homework every night, which causes added stress and pressures on families. So this idea of Doodle is the children go do as little or as much as they as they want, and ideally trying to stay in the green zone. That can be done with as little as 5 minutes an evening using this software, and it's tailored to their individual needs. So we will be having, the expectation hopefully as children carry on doing reading across the week, and then learning their times tables and going on Doodle. But it's to keep it on track of who has, who hasn't, keep people in at playtime. So I know other people have got lots of different factors going on. So we will be looking at how we we approach that at the beginning part of next term, and we will let you know. Other things that are happening between now and the end of term, probably lots going on. We will keep you updated on the school blog, and I will get teachers to email you if there are things coming up specific to their year group. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you now to go off and enjoy your weekend. And we will see you hopefully, back in school properly in the not too distant future. So thank you. Have a lovely weekend. Bye bye.